Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of And Another Thing with Dave. I want to thank all of our listeners from all over the world. Please do subscribe and share if you're not already. All right, let's get into it.
Hey,
Big Bear, what's happening?
not much, enjoying your comments. Holy crap.
I'm on fire, man. I haven't been in the cave in a while. Apparently, if you miss the cave for more than like 2 or 3 weeks, you got to make up for lost time.
Apparently, make up for lost. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, it's the time. It's the Twilight Zone complex. That's what it is.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, man, I picked the wrong month to quit drinking. Whoa, ha, whoo, yeah, baby.
Man. Ooh, and with the soundboard and everything, fantastic. So what's going on? How are
I'm doing well, man. I'm coming back. I'm coming back strong. I've kind of reassessed things. I was going a little hard on stereo and kind of neglected everything. Like literally, this is no joke. Like I forgot to refile for unemployment and got discontinued, like kicked off of it. Like
just because you were so busy with hyper focused on
so busy with things that like I made important.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of like taking care of business. So I've been pulling back, refocusing, just worked my ass off last week, stacking some money up.
Sure.
Got some jobs lined up, working on a new career, and at the same time, still trying to plink away, stay focused on doing podcasts, and keep moving forward in that regard. And ultimately, keep doing demos for, I think both of our dream job, which is to be on the radio, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, eventually. I'd love to be on XM because then, we can talk about whatever the hell we want and say fuck. And they won't,
those 7 words, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I think you and I could think of probably 13, though.
And Big Bear Radio, yes, it is going down live on stereo. Get in tune, folks. Get in tune. If you're not followed and subscribed, then what are you doing? Get in tune with the movement. Tap in for the exclusive content. Trust me, you want to be a part of this. Shout out to you both, gentlemen. Enjoy the talk. And this is Jersey Worthy, just tapping in with the good vibes to say, what up?
How are you?
JW in the house. One of the silkiest voices on stereo, I might add.
It was
the J-Dub. Jersey Worthy. He just invested in the Shure 7, what is it? The SM7B. So, man. So he's gone big, and he sounds like it. He sounds pro. Jersey, you sound so fucking dope. You sound awesome.
Yeah.
He's an inspiration to me. He runs, like you, he runs an open mic and a talent show. But, and like you, he's a verified person that will talk to people, not just, hanging out up on a cloud. So props to both of you guys for being those guys. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Giving people like me a shot. Hey.
I don't know who else to be.
Guys, Big Bear. And another thing.
Yeah.
WNFR.online. Internet radio. You could say fuck, you could say shit, you could say bitch, you could say whore, you could say all that stuff. So, Instagram me. I know, Bear, we mentioned this before, but just throwing that out there for you guys.
WNFR online. Interesting. I would love to play music too. I wonder what the library situation is.
Right. I mean, that's what I want to do, Bear. I mean, I think we feel the same way. I want to have a radio station, right? Like, just handle it platform, give give whoever I play royalties, and just let's be real, right? Let's just be legit.
Well, I mean, that's what I love about Station Head is that like it gives me the ability to play music,
Right.
and the ability to talk over the music and stuff. There's a lot of kinks to work out. Like I've listened back to some of my shows to where like I don't like the way the microphone comes across. It's like either way overmodulated or what,
Very glitchy right now.
whatever. It is very glitchy. I also would love a dual deck system to where the songs that I play, let's say like as one's fading out, I can start playing the next one and do a smoother transition than just having to swipe or hit next and
Oh,
just
you mean like radio?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like
If it's gonna if
hello,
it's
like
gonna make
hello,
radio,
we're working with a
perfect.
mixing board. Like let's look at a
Exactly.
radio station. Mimic
Exactly.
that, motherfuckers. Come on. What's so difficult? Mimic a radio station. That's all we want.
Yeah, exactly. I
That's all
mean,
we want. I want to be able to I want to be able to be fading out the track that is playing while I'm fading in the track that I want to come in at. I've already pre-designed where I want it to come in. Let me do that.
sure.
Don't make me do a hard switch, because then it's a glitch and people hear that there's no smooth transition. So for people in the know, that's like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Come on, iron
Well,
that out.
it's just like that in Anchor. Like Anchor.fm is a podcasting platform that allows you to connect your Spotify, and by
Mm-hmm.
doing that, you can use licensed music in your podcast, but it only goes to Spotify, right?
Right. Well, and here's another
And
weird thing, right?
but
So
well, I was just
I'm a musician. Why can't
yeah,
I play my music on my podcast? There's not that option. I have to sign up for Spotify Premium and play one of those artists, right? Like, why can't I play my own royalty-free music?
you should be
Let
able to.
Exactly. Let us work it like a radio station. If you got to give somebody credit, fine. Handle it, pay them the royalties, do it because you have the infrastructure. You're Spotify. You're paying Joe Rogan 100 million. Come on, you got the money. But let us have a show. Let us have a real show. And then I want to ask you another question, Bear. And I think I already know your answer, but I want the listeners to hear your response. And this is, how do you feel about musicians on Spotify being monetized? However, if you and I have a podcast on Anchor FM, which I know both of us do, and now that is on Spotify, that's not monetized. So what's up with that? And do you
Yeah,
see that changing?
it should change. I think it is. I mean, I think um,
We're
Apple
providing content, right?
Apple just released that you can monetize your podcasts on through Apple.
Okay,
Um,
well let me stop you there for a second, because Apple's doing a subscription thing. So it's a
yeah,
paywall. It's a paywall. I'm talking different. I want royalties. So I
yeah,
want Spotify to pay for each play that my podcast gets, and your podcast gets, and everybody's podcast gets, just like a
sure,
musician, because we are providing content for Spotify, right?
correct.
Why are we
Driving.
providing it for free? Driving their business. Why are we doing this for free?
Well, yeah.
I think there's a movement here.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. Let's take.
Yeah.
I almost said let's take a caller because I'm just used to doing that with you. Let's take a caller.
You know what?
Jersey.
And another thing, you are absolutely correct. I did, in fact, invest in that SM7B as well as the Super 55, both Shure microphones. So thank you so much for saying that. However, that was actually a compliment to my phone because I'm on an iPhone 12 Pro Max. And I am not on any microphone at the moment. So, yes, shout out to iPhone 12 Pro Max for the clarity. For the clarity. Once again, and another thing, Big Bear Radio going down live on stereo. Here we go.
Thank you, Jersey Worthy. Much appreciated. Mucho mango appreciated.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for
Absolutely.
clarifying
Fuck you,
because
negativity. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It is
Yes!
Cinco de Mayo. And we're about 1 hour off of Sis
Yeah.
de Mayo, but that doesn't matter. Still Cinco de Mayo right now.
11.
It's
Positivity
a
is
state of
where it's
mind.
at. Supporting
It's a
others
state of
is
mind.
free. Not being a hater, not being judgmental, that's all free. Having good
Hell yeah.
vibes, that's free. And you know, here's the thing people don't have to vibe with you, they're not on your vibration. If they hate, they're below you. Because who
That's
above
it.
you would ever try to bring you down? It's hard to bring someone down that you're above, isn't it? It's better to just bring them up with you. That's the right thing to do.
That's it. Wiser words never been spoken, right? A rising sea raises all boats, right? So let's all come up together, right? And there is no you, there is no me, there is no division. That's just that's propaganda, really,
Look,
because we are all in this together, and the only successful civilizations that have thrived in the past have thrived on cooperation, right? So we
sure.
need each other. We need
No,
each
no,
other.
I've said it once. I've said it. I'll say it again. I'm great at what I do. Just hire me. Like, it's just pay me to do it. That's what we're
Thank
talking
you.
about, right?
Let us live our dream. Let us do it, and we're gonna do it regardless. We're doing it right now. But you know
Yeah,
what?
exactly. Providing
How
content.
amazing! How amazing would it be if we could take a show on the road and bring our friends with us, because we got 10 friends that bring valuable content as well
Oh yeah.
with the same kind of vibe. How
Yep.
how valuable would that be of a service to everybody in the country?
Well, of a service to the country, not only. I mean, to make it more selfish for the company, like just great branding for
Oh
stereo
yeah,
itself.
but I'm just talking about, well, yeah, for stereo, for truth, for
Yep.
fighting alternative facts. It would be great for you and me individually. It would be great for stereo. It would be great for the
Yep.
whole podcast movement, right? And it would change media. I think we're on a precipice right here. I think television, cable news, all that crap that's so predictable is so pro every single war, never apologizes for lying to you about WMD, because guess what? Oh, they made so much money, and everybody involved made so much money. So you'll never hear an apology. Oops, we got that one wrong. We're really sorry. So it's all about people like you, me, Lee Camp, Jimmy Dore, Ron Placone, Greg Palast, Graham Elwood, these people in the trenches that are willing, status coup, the news status coup. They were at the insurrection at the Capitol showing, like Fox showed their footage. They had somebody that was right there watching, like at 4 different points. They had people at the front line. So that is what's going to help us get democracy, right? It's you and me with a cell phone. The whole world has changed, right? What stopped George Floyd, or what illuminated the world
Oh
to George Floyd?
yeah,
A guy,
exactly.
a chick with a
Jobs.
cell phone. Same thing with Rodney King, somebody with a frickin'
Yep.
cell phone, right?
Yep.
So the world has
Oh yeah.
changed.
Oh, you've definitely given people power just
Yes.
with the phone. You know,
Yes. So
just with a
let's
phone.
spread that power.
Yeah.
Let's spread that power like wildfire.
Let's keep going.
Hey, Big Bear Radio. And yes, you're right. Fuck negativity.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Thank you, Tree.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You just said that word and it reminded me of that song. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. I can't do it justice, so I'm going to stop right there, because after that I lose it. But I would love to be able to sing that song. That's one of those ones that just, goosebumps, hairs up on the arms, right? Full nine.
Sure. So I was in the car with my kids this week, and my youngest says, Dad, what's your 3 favorite things to do outside? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I like frisbee golfing, and I like hiking, and just going on walks. You know, and it's like, okay, now put them in order from favorite to from favorite to least favorite. I was like, well, okay. It's just like, well, all of a sudden I'm getting like grilled here by my kid in my car.
Kid's taking a psychology class, apparently, huh?
Yeah, apparently. It was just like, what? What did
All
this
right.
happen?
So, all right. Well, let's go with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Have you ever
Because
been
it's the
grilled
kid.
by a kid?
Yeah. No, you just answer them, right? You don't ask. You just answer them. But that isn't that funny, right? Because where does it end? You're like you could take it so much further, but you want to be supportive and just So it's funny, but I always go Dennis Leary with that shit.
Mhm.
you know, like too much
It's like,
information to the point where it's like, oh God, I didn't want to hear
oh,
that.
God.
You've scarred me for life,
You just
right?
give them, you don't censor yourself. You just give them everything. Oh my
Yeah,
God, it's so
exactly,
worse.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So you're like, yeah, next thing you know, kid, freedom is great, right? Until you're in a Home Depot. You think you think you're in the urinal by yourself, and then all of a sudden the door swings open. In comes what looks like a beautiful woman, and they whip out this huge freaking salami. And now all of a sudden you're evaluating yourself, and you're just trying to take a leak at a freaking Home Depot. Like, how did this happen? Right? Your kid's not trying to hear that.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh man.
Right?
And another thing, everybody.
And another thing. Hey,
What's the biggest animal in your knowledge?
The biggest animal in my knowledge would probably be a shark whale, right?
blue whale.
Is a blue whale bigger than a shark whale? I would assume.
Yep, largest being on the planet, blue whale. They're like a football field long. They're insane.
And,
A whale shark though, those are massive. Those are like 50 feet. But a
okay.
but a blue whale, bro, is like a football field. And I
Holy.
think there's only like a handful of them left. Yeah, because we're so awesome with stuff like that.
Yeah. And don't they eat like shrimp? Like
Yeah,
krill?
yep. The biggest thing on the planet eats the smallest thing on the planet, right? A microscopic little brine animal.
How the hell does it survive on? How is it that big?
They
Is there
eat
that
like
much krill?
there's that much. There's these massive blooms, so they would follow them all over the planet, right? Like in a migration.
Yeah.
And in one mouthful, they would get a Volkswagen equivalent, so a ton of these little tiny little microscopic critters. And they have this mouth thing that's like a HEPA filter. Like, I mean, talk about mind blowing evolution, bro. Right? They're
Yeah.
inside their mouth. They have a HEPA filter that filters the water from the food so they can eat the food. I'm like, what? And don't drown, right? Like, what? Are
What?
you freaking kidding me?
That's
And then the
nuts.
water goes out their gills and the food goes down their gut, and then they do it again.
Sure.
And they eat like 5 tons of food a day. And they're literally as long as a football field, bro.
Yeah. That's
Like,
crazy.
right now, wouldn't you think our military would be like, instead of like defending oil companies, wouldn't you think they'd be like protecting those things? Like in a perfect world, right?
Yeah. They
That's the
probably
world I envision, bro.
they
And by
probably
thinking about it, we
with
could
them
make
for
it
years.
happen.
Like, come on, let's train these motherfuckers just to defend us. We'll put
Oh, I
laser beams
bet.
on their freaking heads.
I bet they got them trained.
I'm sure.
Come
Definitely.
on,
Okay, so what's the
right?
smallest animal under the sea that goes below lower than that?
I would have
Yeah.
to say a seaman, sir. I mean, those little swimmers, while they are microscopic and they can go deep, if you know what I mean. Shoot. I mean, shoot. No, shoot.
Shoot. Shoot.
Shoot.
Oh.
right? Wasn't it Monty Python that did "Every sperm is sacred"? Every sperm is sacred, right? Like a song. It was either called "Every Sperm is Sacred" or "Masturbation is Murder," something like that.
Oh
Do you
my god!
remember that? I'm
No,
not making this up, right?
I'm not making. I swear, I'm not making this up.
I might be making this up.
You
Help me,
could.
Brer. Help me.
I'm sorry.
Help
That's
me,
crazy,
Rhonda.
man. I had one of those critters before, and it blew up a goldfish. I don't know how,
Crotch
man.
critter?
But if I know how to make a fish, I think somebody's trying to tell me something.
Man, I had some of those crotch critters before too. I called up Planned Parenthood. I was like, "Hey, so a friend of mine has these little crotch critters that are crawling around. What do you suggest he do?" They told me.
And then they told you.
Yep, you just go get some of this shampoo stuff with a super fine comb them little critters right out. Yep, my high school had an infestation of the crabs. I guess
Oh
some
my
of the girls were. I guess some of them girls were hoes. Oh damn.
boats and hose.
Yep, oats and hoes. That's what you get living in cow country. Gee,
Oats
gee.
and hose. Oh my god. Oats and hose.
Skate, skate.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
I think there's a Kid Rock song in there somewhere.
Nay. Nay.
Said I could smell a pig from a mile away. Is that one of the best?
Boats and hoes, bro. Boats and hoes, bro.
Oh, that's one of the funniest things. Have you seen that video, Boats and Hoes?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious, right?
Or Step Brothers.
It's like, so yeah, it's making fun of like every single rap video.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of middle-aged dudes out on like a tuna fishing trip. Boats and hoes, yeah, I got my PBR and my buddy Big Bear.
Oh, we have one more.
God,
it's so good.
I don't even know what he said.
I think he said, that's what I heard anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit further away from the microphone, please, sir. Just a request.
Yes, thank you very much. We will
Just a
appreciate that
request.
next time. Exactly.
Yes. Exactamundo. Bear kid.
that was pretty beastie.
It's beastie. I got beastie out of that one. Bear, you got any guitar? You got any guitar for us, buddy?
I will.
I love hearing Bear. I love hearing some Bear guitar. I don't know. I might be being greedy. Don't let me derail nothing. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Actually, my phone just gave me the 10% warning, so I have to. I got to go charge it. Yeah. So
my phone just told me to fuck off. Right now, I've got to go fuck off.
Buddy, do you know? You remember like the whole time that you were on me earlier today, and like then you didn't refuel. Okay,
right.
There's a whole thing that you're supposed to.
I thought it was a reciprocal relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Now my God, my phone's giving me tough love again.
Tough love again. It always gives me tough love.
Yeah,
another love that a computer can give you. It's just
I gave my phone tough love earlier yesterday, and oh, dude. So I've had this phone for 2 months, right? Yeah. And I went for a walk. I'm doing all the right things. I'm trying to stretch, right? Like, don't just be stuck on a computer. Go outside and like see daylight. And I'm doing all these stupid things that we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I'm having fun. I'm like, I'm down by a stream, and it's beautiful. And there's an egret that's fishing 5 feet away from me, and I'm holding so still that it doesn't even give a fuck that I'm right there. So I like slowly go to get my camera, and I drop it on the fucking rocks and break my screen. I've had this phone for 2 months. I've been through 3 phones this year. Like, really? Really, Dave? Really? Yeah. Yep. That's me. I'm that guy.
You're the guy.
And guess what? And guess what? And guess what? I have a phone cover, but it was in my nightstand.
Ah, of course. Well, that's where they belong.
Yeah, exactly. Where they won't do a damn bit of good. So people, don't be like me. Don't be like Dave.
Don't be like
Right?
Dave. Protect your
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah. Don't abuse your phone.
I feel like, well, I mean, I accidentally abuse my phone all the time. It'll constantly fall on the ground, and thank God I have a case, because it's so
Because
broken.
yeah.
New one,
Oh.
but it has taken the brunt of everything. Oh yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
hate the crap out of this phone.
So I currently have 3 phones, right?
Yeah,
So I have my old phone that I smashed, like, tripped, took a header twice, bam, and like had it in my hand at the time. So when I went out to put my hand down to prevent my face from hitting the ground, my phone just like smash, right? But it
yeah.
worked after the first time. Then I did it again on the corner of a cement stair. Like, yeah, fuck you, phone. Try to keep working now, right? I'm
Yeah.
like that guy. I'm like Popeye with phones. I don't even know. I don't even make up some like total moron that just can't handle a phone, and I'm that guy. Um, Granted, I do construction, so like, but if you just keep it
Yeah.
in the fucking case, Dave. But I
Just
can't
do that.
seem to do that because I get annoyed at the buttons, right? The buttons are hard to press. So then I
Mm-hmm.
pull it out of the case and
Yeah.
then whap. But just note to self, note to other people, don't go for a walk along a rocky stream front with your phone out of a case. Just
Oh,
don't do it.
bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a bad.
I did get an amazing video. Amazing
One
video, but
time, one time,
phone's dead.
I was walking along the river walk in the town that I live in, and my phone slipped out of my pocket, bounced off of the ground, broke in
Oh.
3 pieces, and all 3 pieces went into the river. And I was like, "Well, that
Oh.
gone
And
any differently."
now now, did it appear to happen in slow motion, like
Oh
the
yeah,
universe making you watch it, like with a
oh yeah.
total fuck you involved, right? Like,
It was a complete, like, let's slow this down and just make you
right.
experience every
Every
moment of this.
every nuance, every little
Yeah.
turn, twist, bounce, pop, oh, one part, no, no, 3 parts. Oh shit, broken. Oh, and in the water. Done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No salvage, right? Once it's in the water, you're like, ah,
Yeah.
okay. There goes that.
There it
Dude,
goes. Gone.
I had a similar situation. I lived on a houseboat in Sausalito where I was just painting recently, right? I was
Mm-hmm.
painting one of my neighbors, my old neighbors' places. Um, but yeah, so I don't know what the hell I was doing, but in my breast pocket, I had my cell phone. So I bend over to do something. I had a bunch of pet ducks that I released into the wild. So I was probably doing something so stupid as like throwing food to my pet duck or something.
Sure.
And I watched my phone, same like you said, in slow motion, just whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
like
whoa,
there it
whoa,
goes.
whoa,
Tumble.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Yeah, there it goes, and there's my hand after it, but my hand can't quite get. Oh, too late, too slow, too
There it goes.
fuck, and there it goes, skaloom, and there's no water, right? It was low tide, so
Yeah.
it goes into the mud like about a
Oh.
I could just, and I can't even see the phone anymore. I can just see a silhouette of the phone and a hole in the mud. And so I go, but yeah, yeah, it was like it disappeared into like a 5 gallon bucket full of, imagine celebrating Cinco de Mayo but not having a bathroom.
Yeah.
And so you just get a 5 gallon bucket.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
but you're having a party. You
Mm-hmm.
got 20 people over.
Oh my.
Yes, so my phone fell in that, and it smelled like that.
Oh
And
God.
so I run home and I get this grappling hook, and like I'm thinking like what am I thinking, right? Like because initially you're just like, dude, done,
Wait,
it's
you got the
done,
grabber?
it's done.
Your first thought is like, let's go home and get the
I'm trying to
TV
get it.
grabber.
Yeah, I run, I grab a grappling hook, and I get it, right? And I rinse
Yeah.
it off, and then I put it first. I rinse it with water.
Oh.
to get all the shit off of it. And,
Yeah.
and then I put it in a bag of rice, and guess what? It didn't work.
Of course. Well.
Yeah.
Oh, that breaks
I
my
never
heart.
claimed to be the sharpest tack in the box.
You don't.
I'm just a little tightly wound. That's all. That's all I claim to be.
Just slightly.
Just tightly wound.
All right. Well, my phone's yelling at me. I'm at 5% now. So
Whoop, that's it.
I know it's dying. It's like I'm gone. I'm on my last life. Is this it, Lord? And
I'm going to give you one warning. It says,
Yeah.
And then we're cutting out, and then I'm just out of here. It's like a woman scolding you, right? It's like,
yeah,
I'm going to yell at you one last time, and then I'm just leaving.
Right? We're good for Friday morning, and I'll schedule that up.
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome.
And everybody that's listening, if there's anybody listening, 8 people listening, Friday morning, 8 a.m. PST, tune in to the Friday Morning Drive.
Definitely.
Love you, Bear.
All right. Have a good one. I'll see you Friday.
Hell yeah. Much love. And
all right. Thanks for tuning into another episode and another thing with Dave. Please follow, subscribe, and share. I'm on all social media and another thing with Dave. And keep seeking the truth.